Well. I guess it's a new year and it's time for a new Marvel Legends action figure collection video on my channel, Figure It Out Tatum, where we try to figure out what the point of this channel is. But yeah, the last time I did action figure collection video was 10 months ago, as far as I can see on my profile. So I wanted to show you guys some updates, because I recently rewatched it and realized that, yeah, a lot of stuff has changed. So I'm really excited about showing you what is new and what is up. I think I'm gonna go shelf by shelf, and we can discuss a little bit what's going on, where each shelf is going, and yeah, this is just one part of it, the main part in my library. And then if we turn here, we can see these other 4 shelves that we have with these beautiful Penguin collection books, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men, and finally my Avengers shelf, which was not here last year. So yeah, maybe let's start with these 4, shall we? Okay, so the thought process behind these 4 shelves was that I really wanted to focus on these beautiful Penguin collection books and have their original ultimate villain in the back, or as far as I'm concerned, what I think their ultimate villain is for each team. And this Avengers shelf used to be here, where the Batman animated series one is at the moment. But then I just somehow decided, because of my OCD, that I wanted to feature the Penguin book in the back, and I really like how stuffed up this is. Stuffed up. So yeah, a lot of different iterations of people who have been or might not have been Avengers, but this is how I prefer it. I really wanted to feature Storm with Black Panther, because I really like them together. And that was a really important thing to me because I love Storm. This is a CT Toys Mafex KO Spider-Man. The price point was very interesting, so I wanted to see what it looks like, and I wasn't disappointed. Since I do have a Spider-Man shelf, I thought he would fit in great with the Avengers, along with a Wolverine, one of many Wolverines that I and probably every Marvel Legends collector has. This Hulk, I prefer it to the Maximum Hulk that was released. I really don't like the head sculpts on that one. And I've seen a lot of reviews where people are disappointed, so unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah, Secret Wars Captain America, that vintage Iron Man, I'm sorry, I don't know what suit that is. Quicksilver in the blue suit. There's a lot of controversy whether he had the blue suit or green suit when he was in the Avengers, and the internet doesn't seem to be giving me the most straightforward answer, so I just decided to go off from the MCU movies, I guess, and feature him in that color palette. And also, I really like Wanda in this color scheme, because the colors are really bright and they really pop on my shelf. And yeah, I had a bunch of other characters too. I had a Namor, couldn't fit in anymore. And I had Bruce Banner. Sorry, Bruce. We had to make room for Hulk. Yeah, like some other characters I'll show you later, but this is the Avengers shelf. I hope you like it. And yeah, I also have this Falcon that I got at MCM Comic Con for about £5 or £4, with his wings included. But it was really nice to pose up, but just can't seem to figure out where to put him, unless I stick him to the ceiling. That might work. But yeah, the next shelf is the original lineup of X-Men. This hasn't changed a lot since my last video, except that I have added this ice slide on Bobby Drake. that I got from the Secret Wars X-Men, which is also a controversial figure at the moment. And I kind of rearranged them a little bit, just so I have them 3 and 3 and good old mags in the middle. But yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like now. I can't remember right now, but I think this shelf has also been very much updated since last year. We finally have the She-Hulk, the Fantastic Four She-Hulk, which is a great addition. I'm really happy with her costumes, and I wouldn't change this lineup for the blue and white ones, just because Valeria and Frankie and Volvi and Spidey are also in kind of the same color scheme, which makes good old Jennifer pop out. But yeah, it is what it is. I do have the Human Torch from this same costume, in the same costume, but I saw this Human Torch at MCM Comic Con for £4, and I couldn't resist myself. It looks great, doesn't it? But yeah, this is my Fantastic Four shelf, okay? Hope you like it. Okay, this is gonna be a controversial one for Spidey fans, because it's a mishmash of a bunch of stuff. I had Arachne and Spider-Woman in the Avengers shelf, but ever since moving it, there wasn't a lot of room for them. So I decided to put them on my Spider shelf. A bunch of characters that I love. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna continue on collecting more Spidey figures, just because, yeah, I do love Spider-Man and Spider-Verse. I think I want to get Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen maybe, but yeah, this is what's happening on the Spidey spectrum of everything. Sorry that my voice seems deeper. My neck is kind of in a weird position, so yeah. Also, this Black Cat is my favorite one. I hate all the other ones that have come out afterwards. Yeah. Okay, and as we venture back into the main part of my collection, I just wanted to thank you for watching. Hope you subscribe to this kooky channel. And I hope you get inspired to collect and not just stock like I used to do. I mean, I still do. I love watching other people's collections. But yeah, hope you get inspired, because I love my shelves, and I hope you do too. Doop doop. Okay, so the last time we did this video, I did not have this amazing X-Men 97 shelf, which I think I just started collecting the rest of the figures, because I had Wolverine, Storm, Jean, Scott, Mags, and Rogue, and then I started collecting the other waves, and I was just kind of like, you know what, this needs room to breathe, and so I decided to to expand it. I also got the amazing X-Men 97 book, which has a foreword by Eric and Julia Leewald, written by James Field. And it's a great book if you love X-Men, the animated series, and X-Men 97. Just kind of like a collector's item. So yeah, I decided to put it in the back and do my shelf like this. I also, as you can see, put the animated series Mr. Sinister in the back, because he was in the show. And I just didn't have, I guess, any more room for him on my main X-Men shelf. But yeah, I have every figure from the X-Men 97 collection, except for that guy that shot Storm, Executioner. Except for him, didn't care for him. Great figure. I really don't care about him, so I didn't get him. And I also did not get the Logan figure, because I have many Logan figures. And yeah, I just hated the fact that the skin tones didn't match with this one, So you couldn't even change his head. What's that about, Hasbro? But yeah, a lot of the characters have some beautiful Etsy effects. I'm sorry to the person that made this. I cannot remember where I got them from, but they're from Etsy. And I think they're from the same person. So yeah, amazing. As we venture upwards, I just made this little mini shelf of my 4 favorite X-Men characters. I've recently, just last week I think, or this week, I got the Cyclops and Jean Grey 2-pack finally. And yeah, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with them ever since I got Storm and Logan, and this just seemed like the perfect place to nest my 4 little favorite mutants. You can see the VHS boxes in the back. I think that's a nice little touch. And yeah, they're just my favorite. As you can see, this still hasn't been framed or changed. But yeah, they always remind me of why I started loving comic books and X-Men and everything. Dynamic poses. I did record a special separate review video for Jean and Cyclops 2-pack, which will be coming out very soon. But until that time comes, you can see where they are featured. Okay, so we have my main X-Men shelf, which I love. And I think anybody that comes into this room is always very drawn to this shelf. Very surprised, because I think it looks great. And there's a lot of new stuff here from when I recorded the first video. I cleaned up the Brotherhood shelf a little bit, took out Mr. Sinister and added Destiny. I think it looks great now. Added the new Quicksilver and the old Scarlet Witch. I know these 2 costumes weren't worn by Chuck and Mags at the same time, but they kind of have a similar vibe to me. So that's why I wanted to put them on there. I still don't like this Charlie head. Hate it. Jean's over there with the old Age of Apocalypse, I think, Dark Phoenix stand in the back. Finally, Rachel with a Rachel head. Loved that figure. Loved putting her on that Dark Phoenix body. Old Deadpool here. Flirting with Logan. We got the new Beast from Astonishing X-Men. Over there, I think I got Magic in the meantime. I'm not sure if I had Nightcrawler last time. Age of Apocalypse, X-Factor Nightcrawler, but he's there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm waiting for the Colossus and Kitty 2-packs, so I think I'm gonna do a separate Astonishing X-Men shelf. But until then, we have the team here. Oh yeah, and also the Astonishing X-Men. Logan is also here. Couldn't help myself. Moffat Storm. In her own little nook. Found this figure, MCM Comic Con, for a great price. And I just couldn't resist it, you know? You know how it is when you love a character and you just kind of want to have everything as much as you can. It's a beautiful figure. Not too crazy about Moffat's figures, but I had to get Storm and Jean, well, Phoenix. Yeah, the QC has a lot of issues, but looks great on a shelf. Before I continue, just wanted to show my little nook. I don't think I showed it last time. I have some older figures here too. There's a beautiful statue of Emma Frost that I got a long time ago. I wanted the white costume version because this originally is a black costume that she had. Can't remember the comic from where. But yeah, down here we have X-Men Evolution Storm And Logan. I got this Logan at a Comic-Con, I think in 2014 for like £2. And this Storm, I got her way back in 2006, 2007, when I was a kid. And it stood the test of time, I have to say. I think Spider-Man from a movie. I lost the Spidey head. Dark Phoenix, this Storm figure that came with Danger Room. This was a present for my friends way back when. I think the arm and leg keep falling off, but yeah. Oh, a very old Spider-Man, also from my childhood. Can't remember who or what or where, but that's, yeah, a little bit of what's happening there. And this is my box of Miscellaneous figures that I don't want to get rid of. Mystique, Black Widow, the Human Torch I was talking about, Valky, another Storm that I got from AliExpress in the X-Men training uniforms, this Rogue, which just looks weird, Banshee, Emma Frost, yeah, Loki, yes, Loki. I also had to take off my Avengers shelf because just there wasn't any room. Sorry, Loki. Okay, this is definitely, I would say, my favorite shelf because it's my favorite team. It's when Storm and Logan, well, not Logan, but Storm and Nightcrawler and Colossus first appeared. I thought I was gonna change out this Jean Grey, but I'm kind of used to her now on this shelf. So yeah, I love this shelf. I used to have Angel instead of Banshee, but ever since that Banshee was released, I had to put him there, even though the Angel was really, really nice. I'm only missing Sunfire, I believe, but he's so expensive on the aftermarket, so it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get him. And this Wolverine is a CT Toys Mafex KO. He looks really good, but his torso does fall off every time I look at him or breathe next to him. So just be careful. This is my Dark Phoenix shelf, which I really, really love. I had to get this 4-pack of the Hellfire Club and I just didn't know what to do with them, so I decided to create this beautiful Dark Phoenix shelf. I used the new Phoenix head, which looks a lot like Famke, on the Cyclops 2-pack Dark Phoenix body, because I love that color. And yeah, I recently put the Mafex Phoenix in front, just because I didn't have really a place to put her in. And I thought she looked great, just like she's about to turn into Dark Phoenix. I think this face is great, but it is quite mean looking. So yeah, my little homage to the Dark Phoenix Saga. Oh boy, this one is a work in progress. I was really sad that I didn't have any room for this gorgeous angel figure. And then I got, I think the Cyclops figure. I've always loved this Rogue, even though it could be better executed, but I loved it. And then I got Rachel, which I've been waiting for a long time. And then I got the Outback Storm. So I thought of maybe doing like an 80s X-Men shelf just to fill this space, but yeah, and I had X-Men 97 Wolverine in his brown uniform there, but had to take him off so I could put him here. So yeah, I still don't know what to do with the shelf. If you have any suggestions or ideas, write me down in the comments. Thank you. And here is my 90s well, it started off as the X-Men animated series shelf, but then it kind of evolved into this 90s X-Men shelf. You can see some tape in the back because the book keeps falling down. But you can't see it in person. And yeah, I just recently put the Iceman in here because I didn't have any room for him anywhere else. Last year, I also found the Polaris and Havoc 2-pack on eBay for a great price. And I was looking for them for a while. I've heard that they're gonna get re-released, maybe, in X-Men 97, in the wave that's coming up, but, you know, rumors of rumors. And, so yeah, I think those are the biggest updates on this anime. Oh yeah, Psylocke. Showing some ass. Yeah. And this is an older Gambic that I put this training uniform head on. Replaced them because I just like that one better. And yeah, this is X-Men, 90s X-Men animated series shelf. Just to round out the Marvel shelves, this is the X-Men with their training uniforms. I do have Wolverine, but he's in a box that I'm not very eager to open. I can't tell you why, but I'm okay with the shelf. These costumes look great together, but separately, they're just meh. Going down to my Batsy or DC shelves. As I said, this one used to, sorry, my fat finger. This one used to be where the Avengers are, and I kind of switched places. I think I used to love it there too, but I think I can see the figures a bit better with this white background in comparison to the other blackish, grayish background. I have this beautiful book that I put there and this print. And yeah, these are my favorite characters, so not a lot has changed here, as you can see. On the right, you can see my little Wonder Woman shelf. Got this Wonder Woman at a Comic-Con 10 years ago for like £2 in a basket. And yeah, I got the George Perez omnibus in the back, which I love. Love that Wonder Woman design. Here we have Batman The New Adventure shelf, which I think is the same from my last video. I might have added Riddler. Yeah, I might have added Riddler, and this is not Clayface, it is the gas mask villain. Oh, I forgot his name, damn. Somebody remind me in the comments quickly. But yeah, terrible Catwoman design, awful. Joker, don't even want to talk about him. But yeah, I don't have Lil Robin, Tim Drake, because I hated him. The Justice League shelf, which you would have seen in my previous video, hasn't really changed. And it's probably not gonna. These are also DC collectibles that I got off eBay. I think I mentioned before that it was really hard to track down the Batman from this wave. He's very expensive in the aftermarket. The rest of the figures, not so much. But Batsy was a real challenge to get, and I'm really proud I did. I think probably I paid for him the most out of all these figures that you're seeing. And yeah, I didn't know what to do with this Supergirl from the Girls Night Out 5-pack, so I put her there. Even though her design is very much, yeah, different, I think. Sorry about that. And Zatanna, I also didn't know where to put her. So I did put her with the Justice League. And I like it. I really like it. A lot of people that come in here also really like this shelf. So, yeah. So I hope the quality's better this time around in my collection tour video, because last time I don't think I shot in 4K. I decided to do it on my phone because I just thought it'd be easier than using my camera. So I hope this video was a-okay. And yeah, if you have any thoughts or suggestions, or think I could fill up any more room with any more figures, do let me know. If you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, please. Comment, follow, like, don't like, but don't dislike. And let me know what you think. I have 3 new review videos coming up. And I'm really excited about them. It's just been the holidays, so I haven't had time to actually sit down and properly edit them. And also, I put on some wrong settings on my camera, so the footage that I shot the first time I had to literally delete. And I'm sure you can understand how frustrating that was. So I still haven't posted those videos, but yeah. Do let me know what you think of my shelves, what you think of my choice of figures, and how they all blend in together. Do they make sense or not? And hope you're having a good one. Thanks for trying to figure it out with me, and I love ya, okay? Love you very much. Bye.